oh, where is Joan? They're all out back under 15 feet of pure white snow. Would you please put down that telephone? We're under 15 feet of pure white snow.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds are an Australian band who were formed in 1983 out of the ashes of a band called The Birthday Party, who are listed as a post-punk band. They are led, so this is the Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds now, led by Nick Cave, fairly obviously, who's a singer and songwriter who writes and sings songs about grotesque things generally, violence, murder, sex, dark stories. There's very much a gothic story element to their music. They're still going. They've had a fair number of change of members, but it's been quite a while, to be honest, and they have released 18 albums thus far, including one in this year as I record this. Hey, my name's Dan. So this is the 11th studio album by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And unlike a lot of albums on this list, this is not one I'm totally unfamiliar with. So I have a copy of this, and I've listened a few times, but I wouldn't say I was particularly familiar. But there are some tracks that tickled my memory buds. Yeah, I would say I'm glad to have had an impetus to listen in a more focused way, which is obviously what I need to do for a review. So I would describe this as being singer-songwriter. I mean, I guess there's the thing is, if you know what Nick Cave's music is like, it's generally like that. Although it does vary musically a bit from album to album. It's generally kind of light rock pop style musically, with a tendency towards the dramatic side of things. Again, that is a Nick Cave staple. But as always with Nick Cave, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the music because it's about the songwriting and the stories that he's telling. Having had the impetus to listen to this album in a more focused way, I'm going to declare that I think that this is really strong and I enjoyed it a lot. So there are some that stand out to me as particularly interesting tracks. Probably my favourite is Hallelujah, which is about an elderly man going for a walkabout in his pyjamas. God is in the House is about small town attitudes. And another one that I really like is 15 Feet of Pure White Snow, because it's got a really great hook to it. Presumably it's about a lot of snow, but I think it's probably about a metaphor of some kind. In fact, generally, I think there's a lot of metaphor and allegorical stuff going on here, but mostly I'm going to say it's entertaining. He knows how to paint pictures and put them together in economic ways with the words. He knows how to make the music match the story that he's telling, and he's got a dramatic voice which suits the music as well. So it's good, and there's quite a lot more, obviously, from Nick Cave to come. For me, this one, I've enjoyed the previous albums that I've reviewed, but this one stands above some of the previous ones just by the sheer skill and engaging songwriting. So yeah, I liked it a lot. This is a strong album. He is well lauded and well thought of. I know. I think that he could be more of a household name than he is, but maybe his storytelling is a little bit on the unusual side at times. So I can see why people who are into that bubble pop and maybe not completely into Nick Cave, but it's possible to like both, I think. Anyway, I liked it. I'm going to stop talking about it now, apart from to invite you to tell me what you think of this album. So please do by leaving me a comment. And that's it from me for now.
On the first day of May, I took to the road. I've been staring out the window most of the morning. I watched the rain claw at the glass, and a vicious wind blew hard and fast. Should have taken it as a warning.